This is Reality Dispatch by Jim Minns.
Why do you care so much, Larry? Sloan was adjusting the bottom shelves of Bookedup, Archer City, Texas. She would often ask questions out loud for Larry, the famous owner, whether he was in or not. On this particular day, he was indeed working the floor. True to Larry's character, he did not immediately answer. She approached him to elaborate. Larry! He just glanced at her as he unpacked the latest shipment. Why? Why? What? Why do you care if an online store goes out of business? Larry groaned. Sloan was grateful for the opportunity Larry had given her 27 years earlier. She had relished the opportunity to work in Archer City, a place that time and civilization forgot. Larry was something of an enigma to the town. He was globally renowned, and people would pop in from all over the world to get a glimpse of him. He'd even won awards. Sloan promised herself that one day she would read Lonesome Dove, the novel that won him the Pulitzer. To her surprise, Larry approached her. Words are everything. They are the bricks of the mind, he said, and then walked out for lunch. Sloan nodded in appreciation but didn't fully grasp what he meant. She continued her duties until Mervyn relieved her for her own lunch. Why does Larry care if an online bookstore goes out of business? She asked him. I don't know, does he? Mervyn asked. He said this morning. It was a darn shame, she said. Well, it is. Larry loves books. So what? Well, he don't want to be the only game in town. It ought mean he'll be next on the noose, he said. Won't that mean more business for him if he's the only game in town? Not if no one's reading. Sloan took her break. She ate her corned beef sandwich at Mern's on a Wednesday and watched as the regular clientele came in for their mid-morning coffees. Davy was on the grill, and he liked to yell out for her affections. She returned them with a smile. She was old enough to be his grandmother, but this did not put him off. She looked out on the sleepy street as she sipped her soda and wondered what would become of Archer City 1 year, 10 years, 100 years from now. With Larry gone, with the books all gathering dust, would anyone remember to return? What would be of the legend of Larry when Larry passed? When she was done, she took a stroll and ended up traveling back onto East Main Street and spotted Larry. He was walking adjacent to the Royal Theater. She thought about crossing the road for a chat, but decided to leave him be. One day, Larry would die a legend, and it made sense to use this image for her reference and remembrance of the great man.
For more stories of fact-based fiction, head to jimminns.substack.com.